any sport that kids in the ghetto get involved in and excel in, it is their open door. And maybe the only door he got.
The example is critical. It's always been the people who have done what most people would never do.
You wouldn't think that that sport is on this block. We playing basketball, football, maybe soccer, hopscotch.
Playing polo. I didn't know they played polo in the United States. I'll tell you.
You know, we wanted people to know that we could do this. How do they feel about us being black coming into their sport, dominating?
It's about life's chances. The ones that are presented to you and the ones that you create.
You talk about a groundbreaker, you guys are groundbreakers, man.
What's your ranking, Ray? Where are you now? Number 1, number 2?
I'm number 1, I'm number 3, and number 4.
See what I'm saying? Yeah, that means in his division, 80 pounds, 70 pounds, we won the Junior Olympics last year, this year.
This is Southwest Philadelphia, King Session Recreation. I've been doing this since I was 24 years old. I'm 76. What it did for me is what I believe we're doing for kids. Get them off the street. It's a terrible time now. Kids are being killed at an alarming rate. If you bring your kid here, he's gonna do well. Whether he end up being a good amateur or a good pro, that's irrelevant. It don't have to be that way. If we can keep him off the street, keep him from getting shot, keep him getting hurt, we're still champions.
This idea that you can become the next heavyweight champion or you can become the next Wilt Chamberlain out of Philadelphia. These are the things that not only I had to hang on to, but everybody in the neighborhood had to hang on to. The idea that the community has about these things, about sports. They talk of boxing, they talk of football, they talk of basketball. You keep on promoting that, right? It is terribly, terribly important to go against the grain, to go against the odds, go against tradition.
Whatever you do with kids, it'll grow. And I learned this about kids. It's always somebody that excels in anything they do. And all they need is somebody to help them to get there.
Here you go, Pop. You too. I still love coming back. It's where I grew up. West Philadelphia. It's home.
How fun was it cleaning the horse stable?
I actually don't mind
Really?
cleaning. It's fun, you know, and plus it's a workout with it too, so it's not.
Oh wow.
Yeah, it's fun cleaning up.
Because I get so mad at him when people ask, "What do you want to do when you get older?" And he'll say something like, "I want to be a professional soccer player." I look at him like, "No, you don't. You want to be. You want to do this."
The ins and out and, you know, the struggles that we had, I stood by beside my kids regardless of what I did. Even though they used to be mad at me, I make sure they was all right before I left out the door. I'll see y'all later. You know, that's something my mom did. Yeah. So I raised my kids the way I was raised. Once they got into the horse stable, I barely seen my kids. And I wasn't even mad because I knew where it was at. They was safe. They was having fun. I remember this say, "You touch that lady with your kid?" "Yep, yes I do." Kept them off the streets.
Yeah, there's one really good picture that I have of Daymar holding a horse, but I'm not sure where it is. Here's the one of Daymar. It's so cute. One of the ones, anyway.
My first time going up to the horse stable, it was the smell that got me. I really enjoyed like that horse smell for some reason. I don't know why. I was amazed by it, just being like this small kid, just walking into a stable, seeing 25 horses.
Shirt's a little big. He was nicknamed Gerb for Gerber Baby. He was like this tall, you know, 50 pounds soaking wet. Yeah, he was a little cutie.
I literally walked up to every horse and petted them for about 2 minutes each and just getting to know them and just bonding with them. I didn't really know what was going on, but I know that I wanted to be there.
The Philadelphia Mounted Police had pretty much disbanded, and this facility was available. And I put in my request for a bid, and we got it. And that was in 1994. So it's been 25 years. We are bordered by two of the poorest neighborhoods in Philadelphia. That's not from 99. These guys are part of the original crew, the first polo team, the first year that we played competitively. For me, they'd always just kind of ruled almost everything that I did. You know what I mean? It was horses, 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 you know, from the time I was freaking 5 years old. And I just kind of, you know, always thought that, well, if this impacts me as much as it does, it's, you know, it's got to be a way to engage other kids, maybe that don't, you know, have the means in the same type of activities and things that I did when I was a kid.
Myself, just let us hear.
Right?
It was a good day. My first time playing, I'm like, what am I supposed to be doing out here? Whenever the ball came to me, I would try to hit it, but the mallet was so heavy, I couldn't pick it up.
Gerb, go ahead. Man coming, Gerb, man coming. Tap, tap, nice tap.
It's all about your riding. Leslie made us ride every day.
When I get older, I think I'm gonna play polo and go to college.
Take it, Gerb. Take your time, Gerb. By yourself. One tap, one tap.
She didn't want us to be afraid of anything, you know, so she made us like go out, ride the craziest horses, get bucked off. You better get back on. If you don't get back on, you're out of here. You can't be soft in this sport. You know, you gotta go out and ride and play hard. From 3 to 9 o'clock at night, we were at the farm on school days. The weekends from like 8 to 9, because that's what we wanted to do. Leslie taught us to be gritty out there and just go out and just play polo. We just wanted to be good at the sport. We wanted the people to know that we could do this.
For most young African-American people, their first engagement with something like polo on a movie screen. And they see what? They see people who are wealthy, they see people who have access, they see people who are well-educated, etc., playing polo. If you don't have the introduction, if you don't have the involvement with it, it makes it very difficult to really say, I want to do polo. But tell me, how do you get a horse? How do you raise a horse? You have to put out more money to raise a horse than to raise a child. These opportunities don't exist for most young people, white or black, but certainly in the black community, you're not going to find it.
Privileged rich kids. That's what I think about playing polo. It's polo. You don't see polo around here, like.
No.
So it's like, he showed me, I'm like, damn, this is serious. It's real serious, like.
Yes.
Real serious. Sometimes you gotta see it to really believe it, you know?
Yeah, right?
You still doing it, you're doing good. I'd have gave up. I done gave up. I'm sorry. My brother's like, man, this is hell.
At first, it's like, why are you doing that? Like, you know, you don't have any money. Like, you can't play polo. A lot of people like turned their heads to us. Didn't really know, like, oh, there's black kids playing polo.
Daymar roster is all alone. Decides to take the ball around. Take the man, Kareem!
At the end of the day, you can feel how you feel. You know, that's not my problem. I'm still gonna do what I have to do and perform how I want to perform.
You want to take them and you want to show them that there's a bigger world, number one, in their 6-block radius of where they live. You might go up to Massachusetts, you might go down to Maryland, you might go to Florida. We take these kids, you know, all over the country and sometimes all over the world. You show them that those opportunities are there, and then you try and help them attain their goal.
2011, I think we won every game.
Well, I won't play, I'm saying, you know.
We get to regionals, we dominate everybody at regionals.
That's you, girl. Tap it to go. There you go. Good job. Nice, girl. Woo, you're hot, baby.
We were the first black African-American team to win a national championship. We're good, you know, and we're competitive, and we're part of the sport, you know? How do they feel about us being black coming into their sport, dominating?
Daymar Rosser with control of the ball, trying to keep it going. What a play right there, gets away and gets it done, sends it straight on through.
Roger Williams University didn't have a polo team, so I started one.
Trying to get back there, Daymar takes a shot. Oh, what a play! Wow. Daymar Rosser gets it done.
Roger Williams is the winner of the men's intercollegiate
Look at this.
2017 championships.
Wow.
Wow.
We go to bus, everyone's excited to see us, and you know, it's like winning a national football game, you know. We say we put Roger on a map, you know, and we're winning a national championship.
Daymar. Right here. That's India. I'm a single parent. I raised 6 kids by myself. I still continue on doing it. And my kids, my motivation. If it wasn't for them, I won't be where I'm at right now. So it's a good feeling. Oh, I got Daymar rings on too. This is from Raleigh Forest Military. I wear all my kids' stuff. I'm so proud. I'm just happy that I'm here, that I can share this story with y'all. I'm gonna show y'all. It's amazing from where I come from. All the people that used to live here, they don't live here no more. I can see that clearly. This was the house. My kids used to run up and down the street with cans, doing all this.
She always told us to watch over each other. We pretty much raised ourselves growing up. Growing up in the hood, you're just like, it's hard to be a kid there. So having the barn was just like, it was a safe haven for myself, because I was able to be myself there.
When I ride around these neighborhoods, I see a lot of trash and debris. You see a lot of abandoned lots. A lot of African Americans, a lot of black people got these properties after they were pretty much used up and other people left. In many of these poor communities, the underground economy winds up taking the lives of our children. Many young black people have been dissuaded from education and from sports because they think there's money to be made in terms of selling drugs. This creates the fighting and the division that takes place. This leads to killing.
It was 2003 when it all happened.
A mother, her teenage daughter, and the mom's boyfriend were found shot to death in their Southwest Philadelphia home this morning.
All I can remember is walking in a funeral line behind a horse.
Yeah, that's a really cute one of her.
Come on, Mecca! Atta girl!
We had a young girl, Mecca. She was one of our first girls. She could, outride the boys. She could outwork the boys.
Good girl, keep tapping, Mecca! Good girl, get out of the way!
She was murdered, execution style. One day when we came back from polo practice, we dropped her off, and they found her the next day. Somebody came into their house, and they took them down to the basement. They shot Mecca. Then they shot her mom, and then the boyfriend. They were like piled up. She's in 9th grade. And that's kind of one of those examples that the kid never did anything wrong. You know what I mean? She wasn't involved in any kind of illicit behavior. She was a good kid. She was a smart kid. She had this tenacity and toughness about her. At one point, we had some discussions with a private school out in California. She would have gotten a full scholarship. And we look at the brochures, she's like, yeah, no, I don't want to leave home. She didn't.
Oh, this is me falling off again. I just fell off. And Les never puts down the camera when she sees me falling off.
She likes all those.
She keeps taking the pictures. This was during a game we used to play. We used to play capture the flag on the horses. And, it was a lot of fun. That was us playing capture the flag. I think one thing about growing up at the barn definitely made us fearless because we didn't always do the safest things, I guess, with the horses.
Oh, here's a cute one of Shariah when she was younger. She was probably racing.
My mom decided to take a new route home, and she got lost and made a wrong turn. We saw other black kids riding, so my mom wanted to go find out how she could get us in that. Eventually, I became the only girl in the program, and it was either join the guys and practice with them or just be left on the sidelines. I wanted to learn, and I wanted to ride the horses, so I just went for it. Oh, found her. We're good.
Shariah is kind of a little bit of an enigma in the polo world. She has more strength than the typical female player, so it opens her up to a much wider variety of horses that she can be successful on. She just has a much wider portfolio of plays that she pulls off.
Liv is really smart.
Yeah.
But can also score on you.
Yeah, I mean, you're just gonna have to talk because like practice last night, he was talking about being able to play behind and stuff like that. Just tell me what to do and I'll be like.
Liv, you're not allowed to bump me, just FYI.
It's the leadership, it's the passion, it's the physical aggressiveness that she brings to the team that just helps every other member on the team elevate to a new level. I would describe her just as a force.
Go straight, go straight, go straight, go straight!
And it's another bump spin. It's Shariah taking this one down the line.
Yulia! Near side, quick!
10 seconds left to go. And Rachel Booth sending in.
I would say I'm a pretty aggressive player. And I'm not scared to fall. I'm not scared to almost come off. If I need to reach out and almost come out of my saddle to score goals, then that's what I'm gonna do.
Everybody's digging for it, and it's Shariah to hammer it up into the corner. Shariah with another flip.
She's definitely one of the top collegiate female players in the country right now. She has been for a couple of years. I mean, she's definitely in the top 10, if not the top 5.
There was one specific time where I got told by someone who was, pretty pretty high up, basically that I didn't have the right look to play the sport. And considering they were supposed to be someone to be almost in a mentor position, it was pretty discouraging. So times like that, it was like, well, if they don't even think I can do it or should be doing this, like, why am I doing it?
Okay, that looks good. I can make some pancakes.
Oh, here she go, right?
I know how to make some pancakes.
He's gonna pump you up, right?
I think there is a team, I don't know if I should be saying this, but he wouldn't allow his team to play if she played. I told her she can't give up and you have to keep going, you know? I said, I'm sure even Les, even teaching us people of color how to play, they probably told her, asked her, why are you doing this? You know, she's still training, she's still teaching. And she just says, Mommy, but you don't understand. And all I can say is, I feel your pain and I'm sorry that you're going through it. But it's not just in the polo world, it's everywhere. And you just have to keep pushing through. Hold your head up. I was just disappointed that she was feeling pain and that she was gonna say, no, there's no quitters here. We gotta keep going.
We've been here 25 years. Might have been a bunch of naysayers 25 years ago. But, you know, in polo, we're the biggest thing since sliced bread again. I mean...
Push up, Bo!
First to come up with that ball is worked around net there by Eduardo with a hard one. Justin clears that ball. We got Mo on a breakaway. Mo down the right side of the arena. Marisol's there.
Come on, Marty!
Shoots a goal. Marisol drives that ball towards the goal mouth. He's coming in to try to finish that shot.
Good job, Marty!
We got a tie ball game again.
Kids have ideas. They want to be somebody. Whether it's in basketball, football. If you were in a barn playing polo, that makes no difference.
It just shows these little boys that if this is what you want, you can be what you want to be in life and you can achieve a goal. Like, this is a legacy.
We could talk this all day, but when we show it and live it ourselves, that's hope and inspiration for everybody. You know what I'm saying?
Living proof.
Absolutely.
Althea Gibson and many black women came after. Same thing with Arthur Ashe on the male side, right? Charlie Sifford in golf, right? Before Tiger Woods. No, there's no question about it that the example is critical. These people dared to go against the grain, go against tradition, and break out. It is terribly, terribly important to do it.
These are my roots. And just like everything in Philly, there's always going to be someone to carry that torch.